Florida's long been a battleground state. This year, without a doubt, this is a must-win state for President Trump. According to a new report, Democrats are now turning out at a much lower rate than Republicans in the important county of Miami-Dade. According to Bloomberg, quote, Republicans currently have a 9.4% turnout advantage in Miami-Dade County, a place where analysts say that Biden will need a significant margin of victory to carry the state. Here with more, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Governor, good to see you. Tell us about Miami-Dade. Tell us about early voting. How do you match this up to, say, 2016 or your race when you were running for governor?
So 4 years ago, Sean, there were 340,000 more registered Democrats than Republicans when the president won. Now, that margin is less than 140,000. We've added 200,000 net Republican registrations. We've never been this close to the Democrats in history. Number two, we are winning by about 520,000 Republican ballots over Democrat for in-person early voting. A lot of the Democrats are going to the mail. They have an advantage of there, but we're closing the overall early voting at a much faster rate than we did in 2016. And then Miami-Dade's important, Sean, because the president lost that by 30 points and still won the state. He's now in a situation with the turnout we're seeing. He may be able to cut that margin in half. In a county as big as Miami-Dade, that could be a 100,000 vote swing. And I can tell you, being down there, the Cuban-American community's fired up, the Venezuelan Americans, all the Hispanics who understand the threat that Marxism poses, they are rallying to Donald Trump. And so I think that was something he had to do better in Miami-Dade. And I'll tell you, I don't think we could have done any better up to this point, and I hope it continues.
What are the other things that, anecdotally, that maybe you're hearing from the people in Florida, such an important swing state, as it relates to Joe Biden, you know, Mr. Dark Winter, doom and gloom, hide in the basement, not give answers about packing the court, which I still to this day cannot imagine he won't give an answer to that question. Because I think the answer is he will pack the court, and I think he'll be beholden to the left wing. What are they saying about how Biden has hidden basically the whole campaign?
Well, I think it's been an absolute joke. If you look, he doesn't even know who he's running against. Sometimes he'll say he's running for the U.S. Senate. The other day he talked about George Bush. But I think his lockdown mentality, saying he would lock down the country, does not play well in the state of Florida. Sean, we have all 67 counties have schools open for in-person. We have 5 of the 10 biggest school districts in the country all open for in-person. Obviously, our economy's open. People don't want to be locked down. Parents want to be able to send their kid to school. And I think his message, the doom and gloom, is not what people want to hear. And I think the president's been much more optimistic. And I think that that's resonated a lot more. And I also think this, just in the mechanics of voting, the doom and gloom about COVID has shifted Democrats to vote for mail because they're not comfortable going in person. Well, we're going into Election Day. We're going to have 200,000 more super voters who haven't voted, who we know will show up. So our Election Day turnout, we usually win Election Day anyways. I think that margin is going to be even bigger this year. And I think part of that will be for some of the fear mongering that Biden has done. I think it's going to come back to bite him.
All right, Governor, great to see you. We'll be watching very closely. Florida, a great state of Florida, on Tuesday.